Hey, how's it, Aloha gang, and welcome back to Hi Now. La Pietra Hawaii School for Girls is hosting its first ever Tech and Family Fun Fair. It's set to take place on Saturday, March 9th. And not only can guests experience the latest tech, but there's also going to be food, shopping, and games for the whole family. Joining us now is 8th grader at La Pietra. This is Emilia Kane. How's it? Welcome in.
Hi, nice to be here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here. Okay, so we have that robot, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. How long have you been into robotics? What made you interested in it?
I have been in robotics for less than a year, I think, and I first got interested when the robotics program opened at La Pietra. We have this thing called Tech Zone where you can go in and there are things like printers and gaming stations, and there's a flight simulation, and I got interested in robotics.
Cool, so there's a lot happening. So Tech Zone is new, and that just launched during the school year, right?
Yes.
So how's it been for you? You having fun?
I've had a lot of fun. I have made many new friends and learned so many cool, new, interesting things.
All right, so let's get to that in a little bit as we look at some pictures. That's a flight simulation, so you get to participate in that as well. This is after school program, yeah?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so what is that right there that we're looking at?
That is the robot that my team is working on for VEX. We aren't competing this year because we're still learning about it, but hopefully we will compete next year.
Okay, fantastic. So this is going to be the first ever Tech and Family Fun Fair, and obviously robotics is going to be a part of that as we come back here into the studio. So, Emilia, what's happening over here?
That is a spike robot. So
a spike robot?
A spike robot.
Okay.
So we have this thing where we first learn about programming and robots through Spike, and then we eventually go to VEX once we get advanced enough. So Spike, you have this step-by-step tutorial on how to make your robot, how to wire your robot, and then there's an app on your computer that you can program your robot with. Right now, I think the person who's basically in charge of Tech Zone has put a simple square program on the Spike robot.
Crazy. Okay, so that's going to be the beginner stages as we move over here and we're getting more advanced. And we were having a conversation before we started. You named the robots, right?
Yes.
So who's this?
Actually, before I joined Tech Zone, the previous members named this robot Genevieve. So this is Genevieve.
Okay, can you show us how Genevieve works?
Okay, so basically, you have to make a robot that fits the course for every year, and every year the course is different for VEX.
This looks like, is it as complicated as it looks, building something like this?
You think it's not going to be as complicated, and then,
oh no, I think it's complicated.
And then there are these little details that you have to like adjust and think about really deeply. So you have your base, your brain, the arms that basically take your tri-ball, and the whole goal is to make sure the tri-balls get into the goal.
Right.
And your motors and your battery pack.
Okay, so this is Genevieve, and so that's the that's going to be what's taking place, right? You're going to compete against each other, and it's whoever scores the most, right? Crazy. Okay, so that's Genevieve. What is this one that we have over here? The other one that we have on display? Okay,
that is another team's robot, mostly comprised of 6th graders. They made a smaller version, and I do not know what they named it yet.
Okay. So what do you enjoy the most about robotics?
I have to say, mostly just being together with my team. Robotics is really fun, and I do get to learn new things. And I do have to think creatively, or the whole team has to think creatively to make the robot work. But just collaborating with others is so fun.
Yeah, so how has this helped? Obviously, robotics is a part of the education and what you're doing there at La Pietra. How has this helped you kind of overall, just as a student and having this this time to like invest yourself in robotics? Has it changed the way you look at school in general as a student?
Well, I do have to say, I do look forward to Tuesdays and Thursdays more often. I wouldn't say it changes too much, but it does help with creative thinking and problem solving. Okay, that's going to be the next project for us here in Hi Now. Let's make a robot. Stay with us on Hi Now. We're going to come on back and tell you more about the Family Fun Tech Fair that's going down at La Pietra. We'll be right back.